What up, YouTube? This is your boy Big OG here, back on the video. So, I didn't really have I did a video before talking about stuff. I don't know if I wanted to post it or not, probably won't anyway, but I didn't think it was really that good. Kind of talked about it enough. Um, but as to other things with, going forward, next year and everything else, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that holds for most movies and for most everything. I don't know what it holds for a lot of things like Marvel with DC. I don't know what anything that holds for them. I just look at it as a as a fan that just goes and watches this stuff, but so much of an interest in a lot of it. I mean, I look at DCU, they're doing okay. Marvel's doing better, as they usually do. It's just I don't see the bigger picture with DCU now. I don't get a lot of it because it's just DCU. Them being themselves. That's all there is to it. You really can't say much that hasn't been heard or hasn't been talked about. You got a whole new line of opportunities, I guess, with that. DC doing their thing and Marvel doing theirs and everybody doing their own shit. You know, pretty much it is what it is. I don't see it changing much. You know, I mean, I look at it as this. You have two good things go. You have good things to look forward to next year. In my book, I see it as this. I see DC being themselves, doing their own thing. That's that. I see Marvel doing their thing. That is that. That is that. I don't see much changing for DC, but I see a lot change for Marvel. I see more success for Marvel, I see less of it for DC. Why I say that? Well, I look at DCU as just a group of people making movies, doing the best they can, trying to make people love it again, get into it more, succeed with it all, so forth and so forth. I don't get the point of the bickering, the bullshit, all that crap with it. You have something to go with. You should have kept that. I've discussed it once doing a video on this, and it's just you have so many little ticks and nerves that will piss anyone off or go after anybody over it. I mean, I just don't give a damn enough to say that whatever the hell DC holds for their future, for their live action stuff, good for them. Because it's just a waste of time to think about what they could have done successfully, or what could have been successful for them. You know, I don't see it being anything more than just another brand trying to pop out and be something. I don't see it being anything more than just them being them, and that's that. I can't say much about what I think they could have done better or what they've done worse. I don't think anyone really cares about that. I don't think anyone gives two craps about that. And I think the only thing they care about is them making movies, being successful, doing crap with the right or wrong way. Simple as that. I don't think anyone gives two dams when anyone says anymore about who's playing who or who they got to do this or who they got to do that. I don't think anyone gives two shits. I don't think anyone cares anymore about any of it. I think people rather just go see a movie, be thrilled, or be pissed about it. That's that. I don't think anyone cares enough about DCU enough to say that they could have stepped up the game a little better throughout the years. And they did with some things. It's just when you run into a couple issues and some problems, you're looking at a blank wall here, and they're running right towards that wall. And they're going to continue running into that wall until they figure out what they need to do to make things better. And they really haven't shown the effort enough to where anyone agrees or disagrees with that. I don't think anyone cares enough to say what's good, what's bad, who plays what character. I don't think anyone cares at all. I think it's just bickering back and forth with stupid stuff that completely makes no sense to anyone but themselves. I think it's straight up BS. I think people have their heads up their asses too much. I think people should focus on different things, not stupid things. I think they just do what they do, and that's that. I don't think what social media says, I don't think anyone cares what most people think about it. Do radio, do YouTube, whatever. I think it's just them doing that. DC being DC. I don't think the changes that they could do could be great or bad. I think people rather just see the damn movie and be done with it. That's my opinion. I don't think anyone cares if Pattinson's playing a new Batman or if Ben Affleck's gonna do it again. You know, people like Ben Affleck as Batman, but if I'm wrong, I'm with that. It's just when you're doing so many ridiculous changes to things, it just doesn't make much sense anymore. I think it's just a bunch of crap that they try to throw together that thinks that they can do better with it. And they could, but they choose not to. You know, it's just a sad excuse for things that could have been or would have been better. I think fans rather just sit in the movie theater, watch a film, you know, that's it. Go to the movies, do what you gotta do. Simple as that. I don't think anyone cares enough to put a lot of effort into a conversation where, oh, he's better, oh, Affleck's better than Pattinson, or Pattinson's better than him, or Wonder Woman, you know, is better than Supergirl. I don't think anyone cares about any of that stuff. It's just topics that people bring up either makes sense or doesn't make sense. I don't think anyone gives two damns about any of it. People rather just go there, do their thing, be done with it. That's that. It's not much of a conversation anymore of DCU because it's just DC just being DC. It's just them making mistakes and they've done fun. If not, who the hell cares? You know, I don't think people subscribe to certain channels want to hear bullshit. They rather hear good information, not crap that's going to be falsified or lied about. You know, I think people rather just hear the truth about things and be done with it. I mean, if they could just do that, it would be a whole better world than it is to come. You know, it's just the bullshit, the false promises, the lies. If any of that really comes about, then yeah, they got that. But I don't think they see the bigger picture. I don't think they ever will see the bigger picture on things. I think it's just what they do now with other films are going to be successful. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. There are good stuff they can do with it. The other films I do like, that are good. But when it comes to certain other little things, they've kind of lost their touch on that. You know, it's just them being them, and that's that. You really can't argue the point anymore as much as people want you to. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's just going to start a freaking argument on social media where it's pointless. I don't think half the world cares about what next year brings or what it entails to. You know, some people might be excited about it, some may not. Some may be thrilled with the Batman movie coming out, some do, some don't. I'm excited about other things that they're doing, that DC is producing. I'm just not thrilled with that particular topic because I think it's just a waste of time to talk about, and I think it is. Some people know it, some don't. Who cares? You know, you can't argue the point as much as you want to. You're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose the conversation no matter what. It's a pointless situation to even try to get into. You know, if there's something to talk about, just something to talk about. If it's not, then who the hell cares? I think people are just live the way they live and see what they want. That's that. I don't think it's much of an issue to really get into. Never has been, never will be. You know, that's just my straight up opinion about DC. You know what I really think about it. I give credit for the TV shows, the cartoons, the love of that, but when it comes to doing short live action movies, they kind of struggle with a little bit of that. That's that. There's really not much you can push a subject on where people are gonna listen to you and say, "Oh, you should listen to this or see that or talk about this." Like, there's no point. They will do whatever they do. They reboot whatever the hell they want to reboot. If it's good, it's good. If it's crap, then it's crap. That's all there is to it. There's really not much anyone can really say that has not been said that eventually will be heard or heard of, if that. I don't think I care enough to really get tuned enough with it because there's no point. If something said, I'll talk about it. If something interesting, maybe. Something interesting Marvel, I'll talk about it. Something DC, maybe I'll talk about it. But I don't think it matters enough to the world where do people care what happens between DC? Do people care what happens in Marvel? I think some do. I think some don't. You know, I care what happens with Marvel. I do care what happens with Marvel and what they're doing, but do I care about DC live action enough to care about that? Maybe, maybe not. But, it is what it is. Simple as that. So, again, play Big OG, like and subscribe. Till then, peace out.